Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Amber Sadowski.
Here.
And Stephanie Williams.
Here.
Here. Present.
Here. And again, this is our listening session, and this is an opportunity for our community to come before us and share, celebrations and accomplishments, processes. It's also a time to share challenges and ask questions. It is a time for school board members to listen and to embrace the community that comes before us and encourage more people that have an opportunity to come here as well. So we are the Duluth Public Schools. This is a 45-minute listening session. And before we start, Member Loeffler-Kemp will go over our listening guidelines.
I apologize.
we're-
I am filling in for Member Sadowski, but here we go. So if you have handouts for the board, please give them to the school board secretary, Patty. Persons addressing the board will have 3 minutes total. We'll be timing you. When speaking, use of names or any information that identifies a specific individual is prohibited, and you will be asked to end your comments. Persons addressing the board may not merge their time in order to allow one person to speak more than 3 minutes. The clerk of the board will start the spotlight timer at the start of each person's time. Green means go, yellow means wrap up, and red means stop. When the light comes on, the chair will gavel to signal you to end. In the interest of respect for every listening session speaker, please hold any commentary during the speaker's time until they are finished.
And again, we'll also know that the Duluth Public Schools is committed, and it's in policy that we follow our civility code. And later in the meeting, we will revisit our mission, our vision, and our values. But we just want to clarify and go through our 11 tools of civility that was developed by the Speak Your Piece Civility Project here in Duluth. The school board recognizes 11 tools of civility that will provide increased opportunities for civil discourse in order to find positive resolutions to the issues that face our community. So these tools include pay attention, listen, be inclusive, don't gossip, show respect, be agreeable, apologize, give constructive criticism, take responsibility, be honest and care for others, and show your evidence and share your reasonings. So we welcome you tonight, and we look forward to your comments. Our first speaker is Heidi Lyle. On deck is Colleen Nettle. Close. And then the microphone is on the podium. When you see the green light, that means the mic is on, and we appreciate that. And then we videotape this, so this is able for our community to view our listening sessions, and we really support that and encourage that. And again, this is a 45-minute session.
Thank you. My name is Heidi Lyle, and I am the Library Media Specialist at Ordean East Middle School. I'm here tonight to express my appreciation and to the board and the administration of Duluth Public Schools for the support of full-time library media specialists at each of our secondary schools in our district. Up until this year, for the past 3 years, we were part-time. And this year we were able to go back to full-time at our secondary schools, and just some of the things that we've been able to do, I've been able to do at Ordean in that time since we went back to full-time. I was able to have all 31 of my English classes come into the library for a library orientation within the first 2 weeks of school. That was something that was not done in the past few years. I've been able to teach an ethics and social media class to one set of English classes. We have quarterly visits by all of our English language arts classes to come in and check out books and for different genre lessons. We've also worked on finding that just right, that best fit book for them. So having that time to be able to do that. I did a 2-day research class, 2 days of research classes with our U.S. Studies groups in preparation for their History Day project. So they came in for 2 days and we talked about databases and we talked about how to access the online resources that are available to them. The circulation has increased at our school since pre-COVID by over 600 books. So pre-COVID, we were up to 5,905 books being checked out at this time. And after the year after COVID, we were down to 5,284. We are now back up to almost pre-COVID numbers, which is amazing for those kids, our 1,100 kids that come in and out of our building every day. I am also able to support WIN by having an open study hall for those teachers to have some extra spaces for those kids to come. And just today, we were able to have an author, a Duluth East alumni, Erin Soderberg Downing, come into our school to present 2 books that she has written to our students today. So that was through the support of having me in the building on a full-time basis. So again, I want to thank you very much for your continued support of having full-time library media specialists at the secondary buildings.
Our next speaker is Colleen, and on deck is Geraldine Davidson.
Good evening, Duluth School Board members. I'm Colleen Knettel, and I am the East High School Library Media Specialist. Last spring, I came before the school board to advocate for the restoration of full-time hours for all of East secondary media schools. And the request was granted this fall. And today I'm here to thank you for your support and to make you aware of the impact that decision has had, and it's a great one. I wanted to begin just by sharing a quick little snapshot of an average day in the East Library. In the morning before first period, there are at least 60 students in the library every day. During WIN, throughout the day, students are coming in to check out books, work with tutors, make up tests, print assignments, and do homework. The library is also open to students during both lunch periods and is a refuge from a busy cafeteria that can feel sometimes overwhelming and isolating for some students. Being full-time has also facilitated collaboration with teachers. Teacher feedback has been instrumental in selecting library materials to fill gaps in the curriculum. It's also allowed me to design library instruction sessions that are tailored to the curriculum and class assignments. After one library orientation, a teacher shared that some of her upperclassmen cadets who had accompanied some students, the sophomores, to an orientation session, commented that it was really informative and they wished that they had had that opportunity as freshmen as well. In addition to those library orientations, I've taught lessons that are based on specific assignments, such as supporting the sophomore career project. Additionally, I've been able to support student groups and activities such as debate, History Day, meet with the Gender Sexuality Alliance student organization, and English learners. And I've been supporting them through library instruction sessions, interlibrary loan resource borrowing, purchasing books to support student interests and learning needs, curating digital resources, and creating special collections in the library and in the catalog. So being full-time has also really allowed me to build those relationships with students, which we know are so, so important, and have been able to have 3 amazing library cadets. Someone asked me, are students really checking out library books still? And the answer is absolutely yes. Our pleasure reading checkouts are up by 500. Overall, we've had 7,187 library books and textbooks checked out as of today, which is awesome for the school year. One of our East students said, with the library open 2 days a week, no one was checking out books. It was just too much work. I've already checked out 6 books this semester, and if you're wondering, that's in a month. So students are doing amazing things. So we really appreciate and thank you for the just giving us that opportunity to assist our students and teachers to help them get what they need. And it really is, the library for some students, a safe place to belong. One student was just telling me that he had forgotten that the library was only open 2 days a week, and now he couldn't imagine not being able to come every day. So thank you for your continued support.
Geraldine Davidson, and on deck is Erica Drengler.
Hi, I'm Geraldine Davidson. I go by Deanie. I'm at the Lincoln Park Middle School Media Specialist, and I wanted to thank all of you, the board, the administration, for raising these positions to full-time, because with the increase of these part-time positions, it's had a lot of positive benefits for the students and staff. And I have to read to you because I'm not as good as them. Some things that I've noticed moving from part-time to full-time is I'm able to develop better connections with the students and staff so that I can get to know them better, and then I can help direct them to the books and resources that meet their needs. Students now, they have daily access to more books and someone to help students find those books. With our flexible scheduling, students are able to stop in anytime they want to check out books, whether it's in the 5 minutes between classes, before school starts, or at the end of the day. I often will have kids come in, and they can come in and ask questions, or they can ask me to find books for them when they run off to class, and then I'll have it ready for them by the end of that period. I've taught them how to do it online. Our interlibrary loan, we're able to do that at a much quicker rate because we're there every day. We can get them in the mail as soon as those requests come in and get them to the school for the students. The teacher collaboration has been an added bonus because we can plan literature lessons. I've done book tastings to bring down all the English classes. I bring in books from another company, and so the kids will be able to go around and read those books for a little bit. Another thing is I did a push-in with the social studies to help with the resources for that history day. So I was able to go into their class and help them that way. And I'm doing a book club with one of the English teachers to help with the practice reading comprehension. It also helps to break those kids into smaller groups so they can have more individualized instruction. And I also did a project with our tech person where for a week, we did digital citizenship. He kept half the class, I took half the class for a full week, all of his 6th grade classes. And then we'd switch, and I taught them digital skills or citizenship, and he did a different lesson in the class so we could increase what they were learning that day. I'm able to do 2 book fairs this year, and I'm going to do a 3rd. And what this has helped is to get the books in the library that the kids really want. I have them put little notes on the books they wish that I would buy for them. And at the end of the fair, I'm able to usually purchase all the books that they have their names on, and then that child gets to check it out first. Another thing I've noticed is it's created a lot of opportunity for students who maybe struggle with mental health, or they've got situations going on in their families that stop in on a daily basis to just kind of talk, especially when their parent is sick or something's going on. And this time has also helped getting books back on the shelf from circulation. I don't have the exact numbers, but our in circulation has doubled from last year. And I have a lot of kids through the noon hours. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Okay, so, and I have 6th through 8th. Every noon we have a lot of students in there for lunch that want a quiet space. I did do a little survey, but they do have first names, so maybe it's not appropriate. No? I didn't know if you would, only first names.
Well, I'm not supposed to respond directly, but I can take it for deck the names, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, thank you for your time, and I appreciate it.
Our last speaker tonight is Erica Drengler.
I wish I would have used like a bigger font on this piece of paper. It looks really far away. I know. Okay, do I wait till it's green and then I start? Okay. Good evening. My name's Erica Drangler. I'm here as a parent and a teacher. When people ask my husband why he went into education, his favorite response is because it's easy and it pays well. And then we laugh and laugh. Teaching is hard, but sometimes I still think even people in this room would be shocked by how challenging a day at Laura MacArthur can be. I still see teachers in our building doing amazing things for kids every day, but sometimes there's struggles like shortage of custodial staff, either leaving our building dirty or us to clean it up ourselves, difficulty in finding appropriate staffing for our playground and lunchroom areas. And what I hear often from the teachers at my school, what they really want more than anything is for you to come in, and not just come in to say hello or for photo ops, but bring your tennies and a walkie and be a para in a kindergarten room for a couple hours. Come sit in a setting 3 classroom and just see what it's like. Maybe chat with some teachers about what are the needs in your classroom and what are you doing to meet those. That level of just really understanding, you know, what it feels like to be in it is what teachers are looking for. Moving on through the union, I am working right now to try to get some phone banking going for the upcoming referendum. And what I'm hearing from my colleagues and from parents is technology is great, but our kids really need student support and mental health supports in schools. So my request or my ask to you is to find a way to use some of the general fund money that will be freed up by having a dedicated funding stream for technology and dedicate that to the mental health of our students and make that commitment very publicly. We know it can be hard to get people to vote for technology. Speaking of funding, I am so grateful. I've been working with Assistant Superintendent Bonds, and we have had unprecedented funding in the Phi Ed department, and we have been able to do a lot of really amazing things because of that, so thank you. This has shown us that if we're serious about equity, funding needs to be done appropriately from the district level. We can't leave it school by school. As a parent, I am super grateful for all the amazing experiences my kids have gotten through their time in Duluth Public Schools, but sometimes it does feel like there's a disconnect between the district and parents. I get a ton of communication every week, but sometimes a bus won't show up and I won't hear about it until after the school day has begun. Or Excel, we won't get notification that our children have qualified for summer school until May. If you're a working parent and you haven't made plans for childcare by May, your options are very, very slim. The other day I picked my children up from school and they said their bus broke down. They got onto a different bus, were 30 minutes late to school, and I didn't even get a text message. I have had friends leave the district because of what they perceive as a disconnect between what family priorities are and where the district's at. Oh. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming tonight. That ends our listening session. And so our regular school board meeting will start at 6:30. We hope to have you stay. There's lots of great information, and at times, I don't want to put Superintendent Magus on the spot, but sometimes he'll make a note and maybe say something from one of the communications tonight in his superintendent's report. And maybe it's already planned and it just happened that you said something about it. So thank you for coming.